This story is about a man lives with his wife in Los Angeles, California. They've been married for 3 years.
Good morning, sweetie.
Good morning, honey.
The breakfast is ready.
You're the best wife in the universe.
And you are my beautiful dream that came true.
After having their breakfast, the happy couple went to their work. Ahmed works as a mechanical engineer and his wife Joy is an attorney at law.
Hi, honey. I will come and pick you up after work. We'll get our lunch today in Beverly Hills.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
You know, I like surprising you, ma'am.
Okay, honey. I am so excited. You're the best husband in the world. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
After having their lunch, the couple returned home, but their day is about to take a deadly turn.
911, what is your emergency?
We just found our neighbor lying on the ground in front of our house, and she's bleeding.
Is she still alive?
Yes, ma'am. My husband is trying to stop the bleeding.
This is good. What is the address?
After giving the address,
The ambulance is coming. Do you know the reason of the bleeding?
No, but our house's door is open, and I think there is a foul play.
Okay, stay with me and the police is on its way.
in a minute, the ambulance and the police arrived at the scene. The ambulance took the neighbor to the hospital, and the police started the official investigation.
Are you the person who called the emergency?
No, sir. My wife did. I was trying to stop the bleeding.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I was having lunch with my wife, and once we arrived here, we found Mrs. Samantha lying on the ground covered in her blood. I told my wife to call the emergency, and I started the first aid.
Was Mrs. Samantha aware of what was happening?
No, sir, she was not.
After 10 minutes, the lead investigator arrived at the scene.
Sir, we searched the house of Mr. Ahmed and the door was open. Somebody broke into the house.
The investigation and the search results showed that some important papers were missing from Joy's office.
Oh my God. The documents of a high-profile case are missing. This is not good. This is not good.
What case, honey? Relax and tell me.
A month ago, a young woman came to my office in San Diego and told me her deep situation.
1 month earlier, a young woman called Emma Peterson visited Joy at her office.
Hello, are you Mrs. Joy?
Yes, ma'am. What's your name and how can I help you?
My name is Emma Peterson. I want to file a case
Against who?
against Joe Brown.
What? Do you mean Senator Joseph Brown?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Emma was working as a part-time waitress in Washington, D.C. to afford her college courses. One day, Senator Joseph Brown had his lunch at the restaurant she was working for. He admired her and asked her for a date, but she never agreed because he was at the age of her father. However, he never gave up. One night, he stalked her returning to the sorority house and sexually assaulted her. A month later, she became pregnant and did not know what to do. She was scared. She hid at a safe place until she gave birth at Los Angeles Community Hospital. Unfortunately, her baby died after 5 days. But the good news was that the baby's DNA was tested after birth by the hospital. After she recovered, she decided to file a case against the senator. She read about Joy's successful career as a lawyer. Accordingly, she decided to pay her a visit. After she met her, Emma vanished in the thin air. However, Joy never gave up and decided to proceed in the case. She received disturbing phone calls threatening her, but she did not care. However, a week before that lunch date, she received a phone call offering her $1 million if she dismissed the case.
Oh my God, this is a living nightmare, honey. You carried all that on your shoulders. Nobody can touch you.
The neighbor was alive and the doctors kept her on life support. She went into a coma 1 month later. She finally regained consciousness, and now the police can continue the investigation.
I went to borrow something from Mrs. Joy, but I did not find her at home. When I was about to leave in front of the door, I heard something broke inside the house. Suddenly, a masked person opened the door, and he did not expect seeing me. I ran right away, trying to go back to my house to call the emergency. But he caught me and stabbed me, and I fell to the ground, and I lost consciousness.
Do you remember any remarkable thing about that masked guy?
Yes, sir. He had a tattoo.
After carefully describing the tattoo, the police searched for that suspect, and they made a hit. They recognized the suspect and brought him into custody. Once they faced him with Samantha's testimony, he denied everything. However, that was not the only evidence against him. The crime scene investigators found a drop of blood that was not related to Ahmed or his wife. They took a DNA sample from the suspect and compared it to the DNA collected from the crime scene, and there was a match. It turned out that when the suspect heard Mrs. Samantha calling Joy, he got confused and bumped into a vase and scratched his finger, leaving a drop of blood at the scene. That was the physical evidence that connected him to the crime scene. When the police faced him with this evidence, he broke down and told the lead investigator exactly what happened.
Hello? Who is this?
Are you Mr. Ahmed Said?
Yes? Who is this?
I am Senator Joseph Brown. I want to meet you to talk about something much classified.
Oh, okay, sir. When and where?
After meeting the senator, Ahmed got a very promising offer. It turned out that Ahmed was a big gambler and he was mired in debt. He lost thousands of dollars in gambling. The senator knew about Ahmed's debt and offered him $500,000 to steal the papers of Emma's case from Joy's safe. He tracked Emma once she gave birth at the hospital. He knew about her visit to Joy in LA. He decided to kill Emma and steal the documents of the case to erase everything. Accordingly, Ahmed accepted the offer. He searched for the documents inside the safe of his wife and found them. He hired a burglar to steal the documents from the safe of his wife and arrange everything to look like a burglary. That's why he arranged for that romantic lunch, to keep the house empty, and he turned off the alarm and the surveillance cameras. But the neighbor's visit changed everything.
Mr. Ahmed, you're under arrest for complicity in stealing documents of a high-profile case and conspiring with a senator to cover up another case.
No! I didn't do it! I didn't do it! He did that! I didn't do it! Oh, God!
But the good news was that Emma was still alive. She escaped from the place where the senator kept her.
Mrs. Joy, I owe you my life.
Sweetheart, it is my duty.